Yeah, God didn't make but one. Good morning. How y'all doing?
We're good. How are you?
Wonderful. Wonderful.
Hi, Dr. Kimbi.
Hey, morning, Harriet. How are you? How's everybody doing?
We are blessed in here. Yes, we're all doing
All right.
here.
Yeah, morning.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you guys. Right now it's 9:05, so thank you very much for coming to this end of the year celebration. So this is the first time we're doing this way. If you notice, I did record the meeting and for the December, so at least you get an update. But this one I wanted just to be kind of like little festival, get to know each other, welcome new people, and start a new year strong. Because we always ask people to do a lot of stuff, but we don't stop and appreciate what they've done for us for the whole year. So this is the first time we're doing end of the year. And then of course, this is going to be duplicated next year with the gala. So today is December 21st, 2024, our last meeting of the year. And I take this opportunity to thank every one of you who stop whatever you're doing. And I know it's a holiday time and came and spent time with us. We're going to try to do the meetings shorter starting next year, definitely an hour or less to make sure that everybody comes in prepared. And we are going to start doing a little updates in the group more often. And then during the meeting, we're just going to keep a highlight so then we keep the meeting shorter. So at least everybody will go back to do whatever they need to do. And if there's any questions anytime, please ask it through the group or ask the messages individual so we get to know, we get to be efficient on our meetings. So again, thank you again for everything you've done. A lot of you guys went to the medical mission. A lot of you help out here to West Palm Beach. So we are appreciative and we are hoping to have, even if you don't live in Florida, to be actively engaged in the QHSC next year. So kind of like nationally approach. So we're going to need your help. Definitely. Thank you very much. I know we have a lot of stuff and I'm going to ask people to share their testimonials. So, but I'm going to stay at least another 5 minutes to be able to go through a little video that we prepared for you guys. But before I get there, the agenda today is going to discuss like a little gala event, our 5th year anniversary. So which is starting December to the next December. That's our 5th year. So we have a lot of stuff to do. And that's why we moved the medical mission to 2016 so we can get prepared very well and use this the next year to appreciate what you guys have done for us and get ready for 2026 medical mission. And then of course we're going to touch a little bit of the membership and we already can share the link for what is happening with the membership. We also welcome the new members, definitely to the family. So our family is growing. We want to get as big a family as we can. The more, the merrier. And then, of course, at the end, we're going to share our testimonial for people who have been here with the QHSC. And I know there's a lot of people who have worked so hard on the side. And then so we're going to want to make sure that we include to what we're doing every day. And then I'm going to have Bree share a little bit of holiday greetings, wishes, and she's been working so hard to that video. So I can't wait. I want to see it. Just a little bit, and then we're going to share the whole length because we got a huge response of people who wants to be part of QHSC family holiday wishes group. So I'm like so blessed, so happy with everybody who took the time and share their video. So you will see it in full length after the meeting, but Bree is going to share a little bit during this meeting. So to start with, unless if anybody has any question, I'm going to share a little video for like 2 minutes video to give you the summary of what we've been doing for this year. And then
QHSC.
for that was just a summary for all the programs we did and just a little snapshot for people to share. And I'm hoping you'll be able to help us acknowledge and thank everybody who has helped us one way or another. Yes, all those are 10 projects that we've been doing, and we're going to continue doing a lot of like within a country here, all the fundraising and all the activities and community volunteering. So the rest of the time, I'm going to save it for all the people who have come and share or join the QHSC. Let us know the reason that you joined QHSC and how can we inspire others? Because for me, at least, is seeing people from all over the world trying to jump in and help us the cause to try and go and save God's people everywhere else. For me to see people who have never been out of the country and then go out of their comfort zone to go and help those people who don't even know them, either within the community or in the hospital. That for me, that is a huge blessing to see that people can do that for others without even questioning. So I am blessed to have everybody else. I'm blessed to have my husband who is supportive and being with me every step of the way. I know I work too much, but I appreciate your support with me. And I appreciate the executive members, board members, and every single person, QHSC member and friends who tirelessly, if I call on you, you guys, you always respond. And if you can't do it, you always tell me right then and there, I can't do it right now, but I will help you later. So I do appreciate for support you provide for me, for the organization, for all the QHSC family. Your presence is a blessing for us. And I pray to God that to continue blessing you today, next year, and the rest of your life. So thank you very much from the bottom of my heart. So I am going to invite my Vice President, Ms. Poso, also to say, why are you here?
No, I wanted to, like you said, just thank everyone. I'm ready to get excited. We are excited. We have our 5th anniversary coming up, so that's why we're going to focus on the gala, because we want to focus on our infrastructure and developing our fundraising capabilities, so that we can begin to venture into something like a gala, something like that. Because right now everything is basically focused towards the various programs that we have. That's good, but then it also limits our ability to grow professionally and provide an even greater experience for our volunteers. So just remember that 5th year anniversary coming up. We're getting pumped up and excited, and we have, and Dr. Gaboni will attest to it, and I guess those of us who were here from the beginning, we have some really, really good volunteers, and our team is growing. So, I mean, we have a large group of members and people like that, but our team, our nucleus, our core is getting bigger and is getting stronger. So we just want to make sure that we're able to maximize your giving to life and of life. So that's all I have to say. And with that, my heart is full.
I'm glad to hear that. Thank you. On my screen, Ms. Bree.
So I joined QHSC because before I even joined, me and my wife were going to like little countries, Mexico and little villages, trying to help there before I was even a nurse. I just didn't have the grounds or knew how to organize it. So when I found out Dr. Gabone did it, it opened up a whole new world for me, and it's been very fulfilling, and I absolutely I don't see myself doing anything else. So I love it.
Thank you. Okay, our next Mrs. Victoria Jones, our board members.
Oh, hi everyone. So when I joined QHSC, I had just retired from my previous position as a burn specialist, and so I had just had this big hole in my heart, and it was in the middle of COVID, and I was in grad school and working on a paper, and just praying and asking God, what do I do with all the rest of the stuff that's left in my heart? And it wasn't even an hour that I received a phone call from my brother, and he asked me to be on the phone that night. And then I spoke with Dr. Gabone, and the rest is history. She asked me to share what I did, and I told her, and she was like, I need you on this mission trip. And oh my God, it was the answer to what I was looking for. So just rest assured that whatever you're looking for, it's looking for you. So just be ready to answer the call. And I did.
Amen to that. Dr. Gwen, she's one of our board members too. Thank you.
Coming?
Yes.
Okay. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
I would say I started doing missions trips to Africa about 20 years ago with my church, and initially providing a lot of spiritual guidance and hope for people, but also at the same time realizing that people had other needs other than just spiritual. They needed food, they needed healthcare, they needed a lot of things that I just did not feel were being addressed appropriately. So when I joined QHSC, it's an organization that envisions helping the people in more ways than just one. It's a unique organization in that Dr. Gaboni is from Tanzania. She knows the needs of the people. She speaks the language. And basically, she really has a passion for making a long-term difference by helping to try organize, to optimize their practices, knowledge, and education, but and also to have identifiable outcomes. So I'm excited about the potential that the organization has. My part in being critical care and anesthesia and beyond, and her vision for how to make the organization grow, statewide as well as in her countrywide. So that's my spiel.
Thank you, Dr. Gwen. Love you. That helps. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, another board member is Mr. Valentine's. Yay.
Hello, everyone. Yeah, my name is Valentine. So as a little girl, I always knew that I wanted to be I wanted to go on mission trips to be as helpful as I could. Just never knew how I would do it or when. During my nursing program, one of my professors, I overheard her talking about Dr. Gaboni QHSC. And I went back and forth with trying to decide if I wanted to do it then during the program. And finally told myself, I think now's the right time. So I went on the medical mission trip in 2021. It was one of the greatest experiences of my life. Very humbling, opened my eyes and my mind to so much like I never would have thought of. And fast forward to now, QHSC has, grown, and now we're basically giving back and putting into our community here as well. So I really like the fact that being part of this organization is allowing me to give a helping hand, outside of the US, but also here back home. So thank you for that.
No, thank you for your time. Ms. Valentine was a secretary before, and now she upgraded to board member. Sorry, I'm always teasing her. But she very effective, and I mean, she has so many things to come. You guys wait and see. She's working behind the scenes. Thank you very much, Ms. Valentine. Ms. Veronica?
Good morning, all. This has been so transformative this year, just planning to go to Tanzania. I've done mission to Haiti and mission to Ghana, but this time it was so much different, so different. The intentionality of everything that you all did affected me. And I'm so grateful that I decided to make this trip. I'm connected. I feel connected to a group. I feel connected to the people in Tanzania. I've decided that I chose a child that had nothing. And I've decided that this year I will devote myself to keeping him in the 7th grade, keeping his shoes on his feet, keeping clothes on his back, and just seeing the need has made me not walk away at the end of the mission trip without looking back. I think that the symbol Sankofa, the bird looking back, we could never go to Tanzania and be in the village and not look back and see the needs. And this is going to keep me a member of QHSC. And I thank you so very much for accepting me, and have a wonderful holiday.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Ms. Veronica has been a very, very valuable member by doing a lot of stuff behind the scene. She has worked quite a bit of the sanitary pad, that push, and then she gave a great talk for that during the mission. Even now, the teachers and the students still remember the wise wisdom you shared with them. So, and that was impromptu. We didn't even plan that, but so I am always grateful. That's always very sensitive topic for me, because growing up the same way that, like I was not as the level with the children we saw that, but still, I know as a young girl going to school, being ashamed or afraid of being either smelling or, mess up my clothes, and then still I have to concentrate to study. I mean, so many things are going on right then and there. So seeing that you gave them that hope, power, and then we gave them this tools for them to be able to take care of themselves. The girls are so happy. Like you have no idea. There's no lot of the feedback from the teachers, just from that, when you're telling them the story, so they understand why not to be ashamed. That's just a process too. So I mean, I'm always grateful for that conversation, although we didn't plan it, but God put that message through you, and you shared it with those girls. It was a blessing. So thank you very much. You have no idea how many lives you touched by doing that part. So thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yes. Miss Rukia.
Yes, Grand Rising, everyone. Happy holidays to you all.
Thank you too.
I came into knowing of this program through Veronica, who had watched Woo. I don't know those of you that know Woo. It was a program that started during the pandemic, and we just kept going. And beautiful people like Dr. G and Dr. P came on to share their vision. And Veronica, she always pulling me to something positive, uplifting, and motivating. And she's like, Rakia, you got to come check it out. I came, and I was listening to the meetings, and I was so touched when Dr. Gaboni said that the young girls, when they have their cycles, they can't go to school. That touched me so much. Like, I'm getting emotional thinking about it. Like, I can't imagine, And from that point on, I was like, I gotta be there. I've always had a love to give, to share, to serve, because I believe that's what we're here for. So going to Tanzania has touched me and changed my life forever. And to see in operation how these young people, or the people of Tanzania, the women, everybody, they just demonstrated to me what it means to take lemon and make lemonade. I've come back home so forever changed and sharing. When I speak about QHC, everybody knows my passion for it. And I just like telling everybody, prepare yourself, because I want you to come be a member, to come join, to share, to do whatever you can to support this. And the fact that it's just not in Tanzania, it's global. That's the beautiful part of it, because we all use service all over. And I'm just here to serve. And I am connected to you all. Some of you I've never even met except through these screens, but I'm connected to you all, and I'm looking forward to wherever we're going and whatever we're going to create together. And I'm complete.
Thank you very much, Ms. Rukia. Definitely, and your contribution also. I mean, there's a lot of contribution everybody has done, but also the one that touches me when you did the for the new moms, getting those sanitary reusable pads for the new mom. That was almost made me cry, because when we go to the hospital for these moms, we're giving them the baby blankets and stuff, and then finding out mom finish, like after the delivery, they have all these cotton swab as a pads to steal them. So it's very humbling when I hear from you saying, "Oh, can we give the moms?" So it was touching, and they were very, very grateful, which we are going to manifest next time, that when we continue doing the fundraising and working on the sanitary pads, yes, we're going to do for the schools, but also we're going to try to, part of it, we're going to focus on the postpartum mom, Miss Moms who just delivered the babies, and also so they can keep themselves clean. And because remember, if mom is not taking care of themselves very well, they're going to get infected. Now they have a brand new baby with infection. That's just too much. So if we can lessen their problems or the stress of buying pads, instead of buying things that could to help or feeding them, so we can get them those reusable pads while we're doing the thermal regression and then reusable pads. So I mean, your suggestion was well received and very appreciated, and the moms were so happy. And of course, when we left, they're asking, when are those people coming back? Because they're talking to each other. My baby got the clothing and the pads. I'm like, okay. So we have a lot of work to do. So thank you, guys. Yes, let's keep going. Mr. Steve Jones.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
It's a great day in the neighborhood. I am so glad to be a part of QHSC. When I first started, I was asked to come to the mission. I didn't know that I had anything to offer. And sometimes you don't know if you have things to offer until you get there. So the mission is so great, so wide, so broad, and so much of a need of the Tanzanian people for medical, school, supplies, and just general help. I mean, just looking at one thing that we teach, it's just CPR, which is simple, a solution for medical care here, and they wasn't doing that. So when a person coded, they died. Taught CPR. CPR came up one weekend, over the weekend, a doctor performed it, saved the life, that changed the whole hospital thing. I mean, just little small things like that, just giving them backpacks with crayons and books and notebooks and things like that for them to help. And just water bottles, just giving it, I'm over the optometry area. So just giving them checkup, just a wellness checkup. It's just things that we take granted here that they don't have there, which makes it a whole lot better. If you have it within your heart to give, and you want to be able to be a servant leader, this is QHSC is one of the greatest places to serve, because I guarantee you, when you come on board, they will find a job for you. You will be overwhelmed with all you say, we need more help. But you would be overwhelmed because the need is very great. And sometimes we take it granted, the things that we have in the USA, medical care. I mean, hey, just go to the doctor because we're sick, our head hurt. It's different when you go to third world countries and you find out that they have to pay first. And if they don't have money, they don't get the medical care. So it's totally different, and it has opened my eyes. I've been to third world country many times before, but going to Tanzania, I have learned much more things. I thank God for the resilience of the people. They are kind, they are helpful, they'll welcome you with open arms. They're glad to see you there. So, but there's still a great need. So if you want to be a part of something that is growing and going, you want to be a part of something that is really making a difference in people's life. If you want to be a part of something that when you leave, the people are begging you to come back, QHSC is one of the places that you need to be. And I think that's if you haven't joined or you're thinking about joining, if you hadn't gone on a mission, I'm telling you right now, you need to do so because you will be tremendously blessed. Thank you, Dr. Zaboni, for allowing me to be a part of your mission.
Now, we are blessed for you being there, being a logistic side of it, a lot of things, and also being our prayer warrior, because I believe all the prayers and blessings that you always give us guides us in protecting us. So we have been blessed, definitely. So far, we've been coming back healthy, and everybody have experience to share, which it's unheard of. So we are always blessed. Mr. Steve Jones said two things, which I want to reinforce. Of course, he has been with us since he started coming with us 2021 until now. He's been there every single time.
Yes.
He talked about the CPR. So definitely when we started the CPR, and thanks Brie for organizing behind the scene and the handouts and stuff like that. But yes, when you're teaching them CPR, we take for granted everybody learning CPR here, the community, at the hospital. Yeah, it's okay, recertification, that's fine. But for them, CPR will save a life. They did not think it is possible. And that's what they asked us the first day. And I think Bree and somebody else is there. They're saying, what is the reason? Why do we have to do that? So here, Alisa was there. Well, I mean, hearing that part, somebody's asking you, is the CPR going to do anything different? That's just a simple statement which made us all froze, because we know CPR saves lives. We all know that. And that's why we are pushing even the community, even if you're not healthcare workers, but at least you can do, just pump that chest until you get help. And then so there's a lot of stuff that we are doing. We are here, we take it for granted. Over there, it saves lives. And what Mr. Steve Jones said, one of the doctor came the following week and said, guess what? I save a life. So those are the moments that we are looking for organization, that if we do something, it's impact somebody's life. If we save one life in this world, we did our job. If we save 100, God bless us all. So those are the things that we need to be able to impact. And he said, if you don't have to be a healthcare worker to be QHSC. Yes, that's what we're talking about. And that's why Dr. Gwen eloquently put it better than if I could say it, that we are doing a lot of little things to try and create this a healthy world. Like, because you can be a teacher, you can be a doctor, you can be a nurse, you can be a secretary, you can be a retired person. I mean, all those things, we find something for you to do because the need is huge. We find something for you to do, and at least, of course, respond to your passion. And then, so if you're passionate about some area, let us know. We will come work around you to be able to do those things. So thank you very much, Mr. Steve Jones, for bringing all those things together and continuing working. And of course, one of the things that I need to mention, they did take care of this little girl, the 5-year-old girl, which that's another testimony by itself. I mean, those are the little things that we do for QHSC to try and help. If we can help this little girl to be able to go to school, study, and improve her own life and her family, that's what we need to do. That's what we need to do. So that was great. Thank you very much. Miss Doris.
Okay, good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
My name is Dolores Gooden-Martin. I'm new to the group. I was first introduced to the group by Dr. Gaboni, and I came on to one of the meetings, and when I heard what the group was doing, I realized this is something that I really want to be a part of. I've always loved giving, and I remember in COVID, I missed an opportunity to give, and I promised myself that it will never happen again. I remember this lady came up to me, but because of COVID and everyone was basically afraid of getting COVID, she didn't have on a mask, and the way she looked, she asked me for something to eat, and I told her I don't have any money. I didn't have any cash on me, but I had my credit card. And when that lady turned away, I hear a voice say to me, I was hungry and you feed me not. When I ran out to find that lady to buy her something with my credit card, I didn't find her. And I said, I will never let that happen again. I will seize every opportunity I have to help someone, So when I always wanted to be a part of a charity group, and hearing what is going on at QHSC, I said, this is the perfect group for me. I may not be able to go on missions right now because I'm in school, but definitely I want to be a part in whatever way I can, to help the group, and I really love what I'm hearing the group is doing. It's very inspiring, and I'm just saying thumbs up to the founders and all the members. I know there's a song that said, if I could help someone as I go along, then I know my living won't be in vain. And certainly you guys can say that your living won't be in vain, because each time you help someone, you are doing this unto the Lord as well. And with my Christian faith, I believe this is a place where God wants me to be, to able to give back. And so thank you, Dr. Gaboni, for introducing me to the group and for giving me the opportunity to be of something great.
Thank you
Thank
very
you
much.
all, and have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year when it comes.
Thank you very much. We are blessed for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are blessed.
Yeah.
Thank you for saying that. Yes, even if you are not going to the medical mission, you can still be actively involved. We do some training within the time, and then of course, people who are able to go, then they go. So we will include you, and your expertise in women's health. Yes, that's a big part of the organization, prevention of postpartum hemorrhage, and I know we can use help. Yes, I know Bree's over there working that group, but still, and Valentine is there. So all of you guys can put your heads together and create magic on that program. So thank you for being here. Ms. Posa, see your hand?
You're
Yes.
welcome.
Yes.
Oh, Cuddy will, Dolores, welcome. Welcome to QHSC. And I was going to say too, Dolores, at some point, yes, we will get you to go on the medical mission, and that'll be another chapter in your mission, or your spiritual mission, and your path of life fulfillment. I just wanted to add real quick. Steve mentioned servant leadership. When I was initially doing my studies, it was more focused on leadership, although I did it on food insecurity. It's still something that's geared towards post-secondary leadership structures, and it advises them on how to deal with food insecurity in higher education. But what I meant to say is that we are servants here, and we are leaders. I think QHSC is also wonderful. I'm a partial retiree. I'm not a full retiree, but for folks who are retirees or who are elders in our community, you are still leaders. You're still impacting everything, and we are servants, but we're not servants in an organization where the bottom line is profit. We're servicing an organization where the bottom line is love, it's spiritual development, many of those different things. And I just wanted to kind of prompt everybody to let them know that we kind of met impromptu with Dr. Gwen maybe about 2 weeks ago, and she had asked some questions. I know she had been talking with a group of people, and she asked some questions, and she eloquently just now answered all of those questions. She kind of summarized those questions herself. So what I'm recommending too is that this video, that it be titled, I know it's a summary, I think, of the year, and it's also testimonials.
Yeah.
So I think if you listen to this video, it will tell you everything that you need to know when you're talking, like the words transformative, love, servant leadership, God, spiritual development, all of those different things. And if we're talking to people who we think might be interested, all of those points are being touched on in this video right here. So I think it's a very informative video. So thank you all for providing these contributions. And I will say at the end, I know at Woo they say I'm complete, but I say my heart is full. I didn't get that from myself. I got it from my wife. So my heart is full.
Thank you, Ms. Posa. Yes, so everybody sharing their testimony, as I said, it does bless everybody. And I remember I'm gonna steal a line from Miss Sandy Kanaip. I'm Sandra Kanaip, and she said when she was going over there, said she was going to help others, like the children, because mostly she was going to work with the children. So, but when she came back, I was the one who is blessed more than them because she learned what she could do that could bless others, and she felt her heart was complete. Definitely, she came back and a changed person. So those are things that I'm hoping everybody who actually step out of their comfort zone and go and help others, and then that feeling, I can't buy that feeling for you. You have to experience it. And that's why we encourage anybody who is able to go. And that's why we're trying to make this trip for 2026 there so people have enough time to save. And we're working behind the scene to try and find sponsors who can probably help lessen the expenses for the people who are going. So we're working in behind the scene, and we're praying that God is going to bless us and give us a way to be able to lessen your expenses. Means like pay less, lesser logistic expenses, so you'll be able to go without spending too much out of pocket. But we are still working on it. And I know God will bless us, and we hear your prayers, and it will be done. it will be done. So there's definitely when people who are planning to go to 2026, I'm sorry, we are working and try to get all those things in place. And if people are able to save a little bit at a time, and so far for these 5 years, we have not exceeded $3,000. So we are always trying to keep everything lower than that. That's including the ticket and the logistics stuff over there, and the visa, of course. So almost like half of it goes to the ticket. I can't control the ticket because of the airline people. But at least the logistic part in Tanzania, I can work with that part. We're trying to get them also to commit to try and help us, because since we are going to give them a lot of our time, expertise, and love, so they should be able to help us a little bit. So, and we're working on it. So you're going to get a lot of information next year. And I'm praying that everybody will want to go 2026, and then so it'll be a little bit less expensive compared to previous years. So thank you. Thank you very much. Miss Alisa, are you still here?
I'm here.
Hey.
Good morning, everybody. So when I first joined QHSC, I had heard about it from classmates. I had heard about it from Dr. Gabone. I was still a student, a nursing student at the time. And joining as a nursing student, you do feel nervous. You think, oh, how much can I share? How much knowledge can I impart? But I did end up going on the 2023 mission trip, and your knowledge is valuable. And I think with QHSC, like being able to find something that you can help with and that you can empower others with is very valuable. Because I spent most of my time with the CPR project. And just being able, something that, you have to learn before you even start nursing school in America, but to see how little it is utilized and how underutilized it is in Tanzania was surprising to me. So being able to go and able to share my knowledge and empower healthcare workers there and the community there to try something new and to learn was very uplifting to me. And it made me feel more confident with my knowledge and my skills going forward. And, I've always enjoyed community outreach. So being able to join a group where there's plenty of opportunities locally, globally for outreach is amazing.
Thank you very much, Miss Alisa. Yes, she went there as a student, and she was a star for the students. But she was teaching a lot of people, and they were following her everywhere else she goes. And she thought she didn't know what to do. Oh yeah, she was an expert on all this stuff. By the time she finished the medical mission, she can speak all the information about the CPR and the resuscitation and stuff. I mean, I was sitting on the side and looking at her. I was very proud, Mama, to see, oh my God, look what my new nursing student is doing. I mean, she was an excellent. I mean, the same thing previous years, Bree, I know she didn't want to tell you that story. So the same thing, she's like, what am I going to do in the medical mission? So even if you're a student here you've done some clinical rotations, you are going to have an impact over there. Whatever you are learning here, you have to go and demonstrate over there, and you will see how much they're going to absorb from you and then learn from you. And you know too much, but you don't know. Of course, when you are teaching you here, we're not going to tell you that. So you can study hard, but when you go there and see what they do in a hospital and how much you can help, just as simple as a CPR, you can see how much is needed. So you have a huge part. And of course, you didn't include the postpartum hemorrhage also, prevention of postpartum hemorrhage, teaching that part. Even if you're a nursing student, of course, you learn from my class. But so you go there and start teaching the nurses and the doctors and quantify blood loss. I mean, weighing this, weighing that, you can see their impact. And even if you're students, you can do a lot. So for all those students who are thinking that, oh, I don't know enough, yes, you do. You do. So just come and join us, and then we can work through that part, definitely. Miss Phyllis?
Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
I was homesick, so
Oh, I'm sorry.
yeah, better today. I'm recovering. But
Okay.
yes, I apologize for being late.
It's okay.
You have a question for me?
Yes, so we were people were sharing their experiences, the reason that you choose to join our QHSC family, if you've learned anything, if you've been here long enough, or if you've done something that inspire you, so you can inspire others. So we're just trying to feel your feedback of how you feel about joining the QHSC family.
Oh, sure. So Rakia, my friend Rakia, shared with me that she was going to be traveling to Tanzania. And I said, "Oh my goodness." I was just so excited for her. And I said, "Can we video via WhatsApp so that I could have the experience as you travel?" Because I love to travel too, and I love to you visit the natives when I travel. And so I just wanted to have that experience with her as she traveled. And so when she started sharing with me, I was blown away. I was like, oh my goodness, I was loving every second, every minute of it. And I learned that this was all like a mission trip. And so I was even more excited for that reason. So I kept saying to myself, I was like, okay, great. Look, you all were in the schools with the children. So I was really happy and excited about that. I would love doing something like that. And you all were packing up things to provide to the families. And I was like, okay, I can do that as well. So just looking at different things that I could do because I was like, well, I'm not a nurse. And then I said, well, but Kia's not a nurse either. And she went. So, and so, I, the only thing, and then when I filled out the questionnaire, and you all asked, well, how was my experience and what is something that you can improve on? And I was like, well, I didn't see anything that you can improve on. But one thing that I was shaken by was when you all went to the safari and the tiger was like the tiger was right there. And I was like, I'm in my house screaming like, oh my God, look at this. And but then at the same time, I'm like, look what they did. Like, I want that experience. You know, I was afraid, but then after I came, like, calmed down, I was like, but I would love that experience because I'm someone who, like, I want to challenge myself to do the things that is fearful at times, because I'm like, if they can do it, then I can do it as well. So, but it just felt so great watching you all doing the work. And then I spoke to Dr. Capone and Dr. Bay about what you all are up to. And I definitely am looking forward to being a part of it all because for many years I spoke about the things that I want to do in life, and one was mission work. And so this came across this right in my lap. So I'm willing to go ahead and start want to do the fundraising and everything. I was a little disappointed though, learning that you all weren't going to be traveling next year because I had my mind all set. I was ready. And then I said, okay, I understood, you're going to be doing the event at the end of the year. So, everything takes work and it takes structure. So I understand. And I'm looking forward to joining you all. Thank you. Thank you. I'm so glad I was able to make the meeting.
Okay, no, thank you very much, Ms. Face. We appreciate you. Definitely, yes. So the 2025, when we decided to move the mission to 2026, because we were trying to see people who have been to the mission 2 or 3 times of them, they needed little recovery. So, and then we need to put everything in place to help lessen that stress of paying out of pocket. And that's why we're trying to do a lot of stuff, building our organization, make it sustainable so that it's able to stand on its own and support those programs, support people who are volunteering their time. And that's why we had extend that time. And people who are saving the money, at least give them at another 15, 16 months versus only 8 months. Because remember, when we finish in September, December is very quickly. And before you know, it's going to be March. That's the time we have to buy tickets. So people don't get enough time to be able to save on their own. And also we wanted to celebrate the whole year. We want to celebrate the 5th year because God has been good to us. And so we need to appreciate and give thanks to all the people who are supporting us and celebrating the whole year until the gala. And then when we came to 2026, we're going to be stronger and be able to start doing that. From there, we continue. And we're, in fact, our hope, we're even thinking we might be even twice a year when we get to it. Because when we start getting different programs and we get committed people in each program and build it up and get the resource for each program, if we are able to, we get a few people to go in the one time of the year and then another group go in the second time of the year, but then we end up at 2 groups. So we are working with so many things, and that's why we want to build ourselves to be stronger enough to be able to carry that part. And we appreciate everybody who's spreading a word, recruiting more people. We want that. We want to grow our QHSC family to save the whole world. It's a big, lofty ambition, but we can do it. I can feel it. And I can, when I'm hearing this testimonial, I know you guys can do it.
So this is a reunion, and I'm so happy to see Audrey, Miss Veronica, Rukia. It's like back in Tanzania almost. And,
I know.
So I share the sentiments expressed by everybody. I mean, this has been a very touching experience for everybody. For me, I've been a part of QHS for maybe 8 months, maybe 9 months, but I've known Dr. Gaboni for 10, 12 years.
Yes, 12 years.
When she was still a student, a graduate student at UC, University of Cincinnati. That's where we met. And she told me about QHS maybe 4 or 5 years ago, and asked if I was interested in going with her to Tanzania. And at that time, I had more on my plate that it wasn't an opportune time anyway. And now I'm partially retired, like Dr. Siakabe. So, and this year when she asked, and I asked my wife, it was something she was interested in, and behold, she jumped at the opportunity. And also, I was able to convince Missy, that I work with at UC, to go along with her. So it's been a very rewarding experience. And I don't know who said it, that when we go out there, we go with a mindset that we are going to help and give and everything. And when you get back, you find out that you actually got more out of it than you gave. And that's again, that has been my experience with going on missions. And again, we form hopefully lifelong relationships. And I can tell you, after I got back, within 2 weeks after I got back, one of the young pediatricians, Dr. Chaka Chaka, contacted me and said, after she talked to me, he decided he was going to do a residency in pediatrics instead of being a medical officer. That I said I convinced him, but I don't think I had any part to play in it. But and also another pediatrician in the group, Dr. Brenda. Is it Brenda? Anyway, she too I've been in touch with both of them.
Okay.
So again, this is also a means of forming lifelong relationships and impacting their career somehow. I plan to stay in touch with them and monitor their progress. They are very young pediatricians. I think they could do a lot to help in Tanzania. Again, like I said, it's a lifelong relationship that we form. That's probably bigger than the material things we provide them, more than anything. You get a lot out of it yourself. One, you realize how lucky you are working in this kind of environment, and two, how you could do so much with little.
Exactly.
That's the big thing I took from them, how much they could do with the little resources they had.
Yes.
And so that's always a good thing. And so again, I share all the sentiments that have been expressed by everybody about their experience and what they got out of the whole program. And hopefully we'll stay in touch and see how 2026 pans out. I might be fully retired by that time. Really, I'm just partially retired now. So again, I enjoyed, and again, the moments in Tanzania, they are moments I will share it for a long time, and I think I've made a lot of friends, and that will hopefully will keep in touch. Audrey, Miss Roslyn, Miss Rukia, Veronica, and everybody else. Bree, of course. So, thanks so much for the opportunity to share my brief experience. I hope, again, it's going to go beyond this, beyond the little we've done so far. All right, that's it for me.
No, thank you very much,
Happy
Dr.
holidays,
Kimbi.
everybody. Happy holidays, and
Oh, thank you.
yeah.
Yeah, so Dr. Kimbi, I mean, I'm going to add to it that you touch a very good point that when you guys we go over there to volunteer, you work with them, educate them, or training with them, and learn what they do and what we can do together. Yes, we inspire a lot of and the healthcare workers, even the teachers, that they have. I mean, they always appreciate when we have people who are teachers here go over there and work with them, asking them the questions, and then they share those lesson plan. They appreciate. So your contribution, whether you think maybe it's too little, but it's very impactful. And that's why we encourage everybody who is going. And then you go to the area that you're very passionate about because you know you're going to do it well. And that's why you can inspire. What Dr. Kimbi just said, yes, we start talking to the doctors over there because he worked with them and then they see what he can do, resuscitating the baby in the middle of everything else, what he actually do in the time of emergencies. You inspire the doctors, they want to say, okay, I want to do like him. So the same thing, I mean, I know Dr. Mchambichaka is going to speak on herself. The same thing Dr. Gwen is doing. When they leave, everybody's like, okay, I want to be like them because that's how they carry themselves professionally. The same thing for the teachers. When Miss Christine Behunia goes going over there, they enjoy what she's teaching them and do all the stuff. The teachers over there, they're learning something to be able to say, we can do the same thing. They see Mr. Steve Jones is trying to do a lot of logistic and managing stuff. Okay, I want to be able to do all those things. So all your contributions are counted for. So, I mean, we really encourage you guys to be open and yes, we are going to serve them, but also remember that you share what you know and you learn from what they are providing. So then we can continue building a healthier community. So that was great. Thank you, Dr. Kimbi. Now back to Mr. Audrey.
Hey everyone. I on that day that I learned about the mission, I had no intention of even going on the woo. It was one of those days where I was like, I'm gonna, just sleep in a little bit. I really don't, have any intentions of, doing anything with that. I'm just gonna sleep in. But something said, no, get up, go on the woo. And when I got there, I met you guys. So I was like, what is this mission? This is something. And then I too, just like Rakia and Veronica, I also was impacted by, the fact that the young ladies spend 5 days a month without having schooling, that really impacted me in a way that I can't even describe. So I knew right then, and I was so nervous to even say, yes, I would like to go on a mission, and my entire family, as I told the story, my father especially taking me to the airport, he was like, oh my God, my baby's going to the airport. I don't know what I'm going to do. And I'm 61, he's 89. And I'm like, no, Dad, this is something I need to do. So, this is my first mission. I've been out of the country before on vacation, but nothing like this. So as other people said, I was really impacted by everything that happened at that mission because the like others have said, I think I gained more than the children or the medical professionals, the families. I gained more than they gained from me, and I gave a lot. Sure, like we all gave a lot. We shared whatever knowledge we had, but the impact it had on me coming back home was so awesome. It like my humility now is totally different. I learned from everyone, and it's like I think Dr. Kimby said, they do so much with so little. And we are a nation of people who are spendthrifts. We spend on everything, even during this holiday season. I know, like I said, since I left Tanzania, I'm not going to spend on things unnecessary, because the the way people live in Tanzania is in the forefront. You know, I have to be more of a minimalist, and I have to be more of a person that, you know, cares about, you know, the less fortunate. So, you know, you guys doing the fundraising at the Crows Ministry, I would love to bring that to New York. Well, I live in Manhattan, but wherever here, if there's some affiliate or something like that that could happen here on this end, I would love to do that, because, you know, that being at the pantry, I think you do pantry work, right?
Yes.
You know, that my father does that at his church. He's there now. You know, he does that at 89 years old. So the impact that you give, you know, to the community when you assist in that way is so awesome. So, you know, this mission really did something for me. It impacted my life in ways I never thought. And I didn't even think of doing a mission. I have in the past being a community worker for like the last 30 years. I'm a registered nurse, holistic nurse in the community, and I work in New York, all 5 boroughs. And I often, you know, I'm out there volunteering, working for the less fortunate, but to have that experience there, it was just a totally different experience. And you can't go there and not have your life changed, you know, you change in many ways, and you know, it's not something you could always put into words. It's just like it's in your heart, it's in your mind, it's in your soul. And so you walk through life later on and you say, hey, I need this. And then you're thinking, no, you don't need that. You want it, but you don't need it, you know? And maybe this is something you could put away to go towards, you know, someone less fortunate. So that is one of the major things that I got away from it. I took away from it. And of course, you know, being a part of this ministry, I've never encountered such a ministry, you know, where you were focused on our well-being as well as doing the mission, you know, like I said before, our downtime and going on the trip was so important for our mental health, you know, because we are impacted by this culture shock, right? And it's for every 5 years, it's a culture shock for us, because we're coming from here where everything is fast paced, and then we go there, it's sort of fast paced, but it's in a different way, you know what I mean? So the culture shock, and for you guys to take care of us in that way, I didn't realize I needed that TLC until I was there, you know, and I did this trip alone. So, you know, everyone there I just met. So it was a real uh changing moment for me, you know, like I pushed through when everyone around me was saying, don't do it. It's unsafe. They have diseases going on. They have this going on. And up until the day I left, it was just, you know, outside forces saying don't go, you know, and I'm so glad I pushed through and I did it. And I'm just so happy to be a part of it. I'm looking forward to new things. And, you know, I just loved it all. It was just wonderful. Yeah, I can't say enough about it. And I'm trying to recruit people, even if they just, like you said, like it's a good thing that to hear that you said that they don't have to be in Tanzania. They could do some sort of fundraising here. They could do some sort of, you know, something, just putting the word out, even putting it on their page, or, you know, not soliciting, that's a bad word, fundraising, fundraising, fundraising for, you know, the mission. So I've encouraged people to do that as well. But yeah, I'm so glad I'm a part of it. And thank you for, you know, having me. This is wonderful. And everyone I worked with was wonderful. Yeah. Same to you, Dr. Brody.
Yes, yes, thank you. So for Miss Ado, when she was saying that mental health is a big deal. Yes. Remember, when you are traveling from here to Tanzania, we gain or we lose 7 hours. Sometimes that biologically change is going to affect your sleeping, your meditation, you be awake. And then usually when we go over here, we try, you know, like when you ask for time off, you're getting almost limited time off. So you want to start the day that you leave here. As soon as you get there, we start working because you don't have extra times. So that also sometimes change your brain from sleeping to the normal time. Remember, if it's in America, it's the daytime, either it's the evening or nighttime. So if you did not sleep on the plane, which is 22 hours or 30 hours, If you did not sleep in the plane, that means you lost the day. And when you get there, that's the morning, we need to be able to start working. And so people get so tired. The jet lag drag them down because over there we expect you to be high energy, but over here it's time to sleep. Unless if you work night shift, then you'll be a little bit okay because when they're awake, you're awake, you're waking. So when we get there, we do 4 days working. Those are long days, long hours, a lot of work. Temperature is high. And then we have at least 3 days downtime just to bring everything back and have a little sightseeing and something like that to relax our mind. And then we will expect when you get back to Monday, you're back to work. And then Monday until Thursday, and then Friday, of course, your celebration. Then Saturday, we're out of there. So definitely it's very important because yes, we want to volunteer our time. We want to work and we want to provide our care, yes, but also our mental status have to be of the correct mind for us to fully be present and support our communities and causes. So definitely mentioning that, but yes, we play hard and then work hard, definitely, to try and make sure that at least when you leave from Tanzania, you have a piece of Tanzania with you, either the sightseeing, the food, or the dancing. People knows how to move with the dances, yes. And of course, hopefully you gain a little language from there. So when you come back, you can say, oh, I add another language to my vocabulary. That would be great.
So this is from Jasilla, and it says, "Good morning. The reason why I chose to join or choose to join the QHSC family is because of the idea that I am able to help on such a large scale. The projects are so intentional and necessary, and even though I have not been on a mission trip yet, I can see the impact that the organization is having on the schools and hospital as well as its volunteers. So I hope as I move the mission with QHSC in whatever capacity that I can, and I want to give back and help in any way that I can." And that's Jasilla Wilmot.
Thank you very much, Jasila. We are welcoming you with both hands and legs. I know you're going to be a big part of us, and I know, I mean, I've heard and listened and see the passion you have for volunteering. So we cannot wait to have you part of our school supplies project and working with Mrs. Victoria Jones on that project to be able to help also the teachers in Tanzania. So we cannot wait, and the teachers are happy and waiting for you, definitely. So thank you for everything you are going to do and you are planning to do for the organization. Thank you very much. Okay, Dr. Msambi Chaka.
Yes, so let me introduce Dr. Msambi Chaka. She's one of our board members. She's from Tanzania. She's a pediatrician and she has been on the mission and she's been active with the organization. So go ahead, doctor.
Okay, so for those of you that don't know me, my name is Lillian, and it's so wonderful to see some familiar faces on this group. As Dr. Siakabe just said, I have been with QHSC, I don't know for how long now, but hopefully long enough. I unfortunately was not able to go to the mission trip this year, and but I enjoyed all the pictures and videos, and I felt like I was a part of it every step of the way. I really I feel very fortunate to be a part of this group, and obviously I am Tanzanian, and so every time we go on this mission, it's there's a little bit of it's personal. I look at the people of Tanzania. These are my brothers and sisters, my family, and I feel called to be there, share whatever I am privileged to have here, whether it's knowledge, supplies, whatever it is. But most importantly, I really do this more. It's a selfish thing because, like everybody said here, you get more out of this than you actually give. And so every time I do this, I feel enriched by the people there, the things that they're able to do with the little, the love that they're always willing to give, the time that they're always willing to give us when we are there. I come back, get out of my dated self about life and just realize how blessed we are. So yeah, I'm looking forward to 2026. I actually might go this year as well. Probably it's going to be a personal mission. uh, just to be there and visit because I couldn't go last year. And thank you for every one of you for sharing your stories and just affirming what we all feel about being a part of this organization.
I know Dr. Sambechaka is a very humble person. I'm going to add in more stuff that she has done so much for the organization. Yes, as my husband said, yeah, she's one of the board members, and also her area also she always work with the newborn transitioning or help baby breathe or neonatal resuscitation. So she works with the nurses and doctors in Tanzania, training them, make sure they're doing the accepted or expected care for these brand new babies who are coming out. She's also involved with a lot of online training. So which, as I said, the next year, we're going to add all those training and you're going to probably see her almost in the time that we are talking anything baby, newborn, pediatric, but also she has the experience of taking off for 1 hour of the baby being born into the our elders. So she has wealth of knowledge and she's been supportive of QHSC more than expected. And we appreciate and we love her for being with us. And also she's kind of like help us with the medical decisions, some of the, if we are in the Tanzania. So we do have somebody to bounce ideas with. Still, it does not take the responsibility of your private personal doctors, but also in the trip, we can bounce ideas with her, and she's always been catch us and help us to give us and keep us afloat. So thank you very much. We appreciate your support. We cannot do all this without you. So stay with us if you can. But also, yeah, doing the training definitely is also, like what Dr. Akimbi said, when you go there, you have a relationship with people over there. So also they, even if she leaves Tanzania to come back, she still communicate with those doctors. That's why we continue empowering those people even beyond the mission, continuous throughout the year. If they have any question, be open to answer those questions. She's always willing to do those things. So I'm always feel fortunate. And we started with Dr. Msambishaka way back there. I know she didn't want to give you the stories, but even before the QHSC became an organization. So to have a thought of going to one of the hospital and be able to see that and say, no, we need to do something. Yes, we are blessed enough here in the United States, but we need to help our family members over there. So she has been part of the initial board members until now. And then so we always welcome her support and guidance and a lot of stuff to come. And then I'm sure she's going to be part of it, whether she likes it or not. I'm just kidding. Okay, I know she's raising her hand. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna say my fellow pediatrician, Dr. Kindi, if you're lacking for anything to do, in September, let's get in touch. I have some residents that are eager to go visit, so come with me.
Again, what she didn't mention is before I went to Tanzania, she actually gave me a lot of briefing of what to expect and what kind of resources are available and so forth. So I'm very appreciative of that. And Dr. Dorothy spoke glowingly about you. I think she has a very soft spot for you. But thanks for your help again preparing me for the mission. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Dr. Msambichaka, for everything. I really appreciate for any of you guys spending the time. Yes, you might feel like you're doing a little bit here, but definitely your presence, your time spent to Tanzania for those projects. And then, of course, we're going to ask you again, of course, to continue supporting our projects here in the United States. As I said, even if you don't live in Florida, we're going to ask you to help us do a lot of stuff. Yes, like what Ms. Audrey was talking about, things in New York. Oh, I see Mary there. Things in New York, definitely. We're going to ask different groups to try and do those fundraising events and stuff. And if we can be able to help organize that, but definitely, and if God willing and help us, then we can come and visit you while you're doing your activities. So there's a lot of stuff that we could do to support you by starting all those projects. And as I said, we're gonna need to do a lot of fundraising and supporting, and make sure our 5th anniversary is well spent sharing for activities and go and do our community, help our community that supports us all the time. Miss Mary, go ahead.
Actually, I glorify God for you guys. Thank you very kind for your organization. It has done a lot to us in Tanzania. Actually, maybe you can see that it is not such much, but what you are doing is so excellent, helping the people, bringing items, and you are working internationally, moving fast like that. Differently from us, Tanzania, we do things slowly. Yeah, I really need you guys. Maybe I would prefer this year you can come back. Thank you. That's all.
Thank you, Miss May. Mary was here with us this year, and she did. She was an instrumental for the neonatal newborn group to help translate when the Dr. Akimbi, Dr. Dorothy, and Miss Tanya Rice when they're in the hospitals. So she was able to work with them, and I think she also did the translation with Missy when she was doing the stable class. So thank you very much for all you did, because we do need people who can translate when we are actually teaching and help the message to come across and make sure they understand. And since her being one of the nurses, so she has the medical background to be able to understand the content in English and be able to translate in people in Tanzania. So that was very, very helpful. Thank you very much for your assistance in that.
Mary,
There you go.
on behalf of myself and my wife, that we are very, very appreciative of your help and always on time. I mean, she came from quite a long way. I used to tease her that she was from southern Kenya or something like that. But again, she was always there for us and did an excellent job translating for us. Mary, thanks so much and have a good holiday.
Thank you. We do appreciate it. But anyway, so we are getting close to the end. And I appreciate every one of you and Mr. Steve Jones to close with a prayer.
Okay. So everybody sent in a little holiday greeting video. That's about 30 seconds to some of you are 30 seconds, some of you are 2 minutes long. But everyone did a really good job. So we're just trying to send you off with a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
And the video is going to be available in the YouTube link, and then we're going to share it in the group.
Yeah,
that's fine. Go ahead, Mr. Jack.
So we're talking about what we do.
Well, so I've been asking people to share the reason that they join QHSC or help do activities, community outreach with the QHSC, and what motivates you, because so you can inspire others.
So the reason why I joined QHSC is to be more involved with the community, helping the homeless, making sure that they are provided. It means a lot to me to give back to the community. I know I have hardly any time to do a lot of things, so it's just nice to get out there at least for a couple hours to try to put in some kind of effort that to give back.
Yeah, so thank you, Jack. So Ms. Jack Reading is the husband of Nicole, who was my student at one time. But now she's all grown up. Now she's a nurse in one of the hospital here in Florida, and she has been also very helpful with the QHSC at fundraising behind the scene and doing stuff. And also now she's going to be also joining the newborn, the transition, Help Baby Breathe, and the neonatal resuscitation group, because she's a nurse in labor and delivery. So of course, saving those little babies' life is her passion. So she's going to help us with that group. Thank you very much. And hopefully working with Dr. Msambichaka and Dr. Kimbi and Dr. Dorothy, all those people over there, that would be great. But also Mr. Jack and Nicole both always comes and help us with cross ministry. Anytime that I tell them, okay, guys, we have a volunteering opportunity for QHSC the last Thursday of each month, they both show up every single time. Even this past Thursday, they were there, even if with a short notice. So we always appreciate your support, you and your wife coming to help us with further the cause for QHSC. So we hope we continue next year. And then, of course, we try to recruit both of them to come with us to Tanzania because they are both forced to help with QHSC. We hope that we continue together. So thank you very much for coming, even sharing your experience with us.
Yes, ma'am, anytime.
Okay, thank you. Okay, again, thank you very much. Let's hear the prayer for Mr. Steve Jones so we can go out being blessed more than what we came in.
Gracious Heavenly Father, God, we just want to thank you for your enduring grace. Lord, we thank you for your mercy. God, we thank you for QHSC, oh God, and opportunities to volunteer, to show our talent, oh God, to give back to others that who may be in need, a greater need than us, oh God, because you gave to us. You gave to us your only begotten Son, oh God. And we thank you for his life. Because of his life, God, we have life. God, we ask you now, God, to bless QHSC in a special way, oh God. God, bring us people who are concerned about other people. Bring us people, oh God, who are willing, oh God, have a passion, oh God, for what we do, oh God. Passion to serve others, passion to help. A passion, oh God, to go out there and roll up their sleeve, oh God, and say, what must I do to get this thing done? God, we want to ask you right now, God, while you are blessing QHSC, bless each and every member, oh God, in a special way. Anoint their home, anoint their house, anoint their hands, oh God, anoint their wallet, oh God, even the more so, God, even through the fundraising activities, oh God. Give us people, oh God, programs, oh God. Give us businesses, oh God, and people who actually want to volunteer. But God, give us people who also want to give their hard-earned funds, oh God, that we may go forth and do your will. God, we're not doing this because we really want to. You put this desire in our heart to help other people. You put this program in Dr. Cabone's heart, oh God, to go back and help, God. And we are here, God, to help your word, to help QHSC, and to help your people, oh God. Now, God, as we getting ready to leave this particular year, oh God, we ask you to let everybody who celebrating Christmas and the holiday, God, let them bless their families, oh God, bless their loved ones, oh God, and any need that we have among them, us, oh God, please, oh God, provide it, oh God, but because you are our Jehovah Jireh, you are our healer, you are our provider. God, we ask you now to touch each and every one and touch this program one more time, oh God, and give us the people that we need so that we can go forth and do your will. This we ask in Jesus Christ's name we pray. Amen, and amen.
Thank you.
Amen.
Wow.
Thank you, Mr. Friends.
Thank you very
Amen. You're
much,
welcome.
everybody.
You're welcome.
What a blessing.
I'm glad you got me to this time.
But I mean, I take this opportunity again. Thank you. Thank you. I don't think I can say enough, but I'm asking God is to bless you. Anywhere that you take out, God give you tenfold. So thank you. I am complete. I am blessed. I am fulfilled. Happy holidays to everybody. So thank you, guys.
Yes, happy holidays, everybody.
Yes.
Happy holidays.
Definitely.
Be
Everybody.
safe, everyone. Be
Holidays.
safe. I'm holding my
Be safe.
phone.
Yes.
Be covered. Thank
Be
you.
safe, everyone.
Yes. God
Yes,
bless
be
you
safe.
all.
Holidays.
We get more posting on the group, so at least the update. Yeah, thank you for all the people
Oh
who.
yeah, and I guess Bree will
Holidays.
post her video on there too.
Yeah,
Yes, please.
yeah. I can't wait to see it.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
cannot wait either. She didn't want to say give it to me.
Is it on YouTube? Do we have it on YouTube already or?
I don't know yet, but she didn't want to tell me. So, but that's a
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's
she
a
wanted to give.
surprise.
Yes, it was a surprise.
Surprisey.
But I can't
Peace and
wait.
Surprisey.
blessings to
Have a
all
happy
for a
holiday, all.
very
God
happy
bless you
Black
all.
Okay,
History.
Dr. Glenn.
Thank you,
I'm
Dr.
leaving.
Gwen, for coming. Yes,
Thank you, doctors, nurses, all of you.
everybody. Thank you.
Amen.
Be blessed.
You're
Enjoy
welcome.
your family,
Educators.
guys. Bye.
Amen. Bye.
All right.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.